This is Route 1 in Naas. We're just leaving the test centre car park. Coming up to this junction now, we're going to be turning right and then taking the second exit at the roundabout. So make sure you just take good observation as you approach and carry on. No need to stop if there's nobody coming. And then heading down to the junction at the end of the road, and we're going to turn left. Be careful here, the stop line is set back a little bit from the traffic lights. You'll notice the driving school car in front has just stopped before the line. So be careful when you come up here that you don't go past it if the lights are red. So just waiting on a green light. As soon as it changes then, make sure you take a look to your left, particularly check your left mirror for any cyclists that may have come up on the inside. Quite a tight turn here, be careful not to clip the curb, but don't swing too wide. So we're out onto the Newbridge Road. The Townhouse Hotel is on your right there, so just be careful cars coming in or out. And we're just passing the old test centre on our left. We're going to be taking the first right then, which brings us into St. Davids Terrace. Very narrow road this, and it is two-way. And just be careful when you're turning right here, just make sure you keep close to the centre of the road, just left of centre. Allow enough room for traffic to pass you on the left. So once the oncoming traffic has passed, just take a quick look to the right, make sure nobody has started to cross the road. And we're into St. Davis Terrace now. So as you can see, it is very tight and narrow. Just keeping an eye out, park cars on the right, make sure somebody doesn't open the door or walk out. And then we have a sharp bend up ahead. Again, look to your right as you approach the bend, make sure nobody's coming around. At the end of this road then, we're going to be turning right and then immediately left. It's almost a crossroads. So you'll see the stop sign here and stop line, so make sure you come to a complete stop. Just edge out very slowly and then turning left into Our Lady's Place. Again, it's still very tight and narrow here with all the parked cars. At the end of this road then we're going to be turning right. There's no stop sign here or no yield sign, but you're probably going to have to come to a stop and just edge out very slowly. It's quite blind here. Once you turn right here, they'll generally get you to pull in and stop on the left for the hill start, just somewhere along here. It's not a steep hill, but again, they're looking for your observation moving off, and make sure you signal as well. So we're on to Pacelli Road, and we're coming down to the junction. It's a crossroads, and again we see a stop sign and a stop line, so come to a complete stop, take good observation left and right, and we're going to be turning right here, heading back down towards the Newbridge Road. Some shops on the left here, so again be aware of cars reversing out. And once more we have to come to a complete stop. This stop line is set back a little bit from the road, so you may not have a good view to your right from the stop line, so you're going to have to move forward a little bit. Once we have a gap then we're going to be turning left, heading back up towards the town, the main street. So back out onto Newbridge Road. See a apple green garage on your right there, so again take it nice and easy. Just passing the fire station. Again, if the traffic is backed up here, be very careful not to go into that yellow box. Sometimes the traffic is quite heavy on this road. Today it's not too bad. And up to the top of the road here, we're going to turn left, head down the main street. Again, watch for the yellow box, make sure you've got good clearance. You generally get a filter light here, a green light to go left before the solid green light comes on. So again, just check your left mirror, make sure there's nobody coming up on the inside. And just turning left then onto Main Street. Passing the courthouse in a moment on our left. Generally quite a bit of traffic around here. You'll get cars pulling in and out and people crossing the road and pedestrian crossings along this road as well. So take really good care as you drive along. Look as far ahead as possible. Keep an eye on any potential hazards. quite hilly here as well, so if you do have to stop, make sure you put on your handbrake. You don't want to roll back at any stage. So we're going to be turning left at the next lights onto Salons Road. Keep to the left lane, just make sure you check your left mirror before moving across. We have a green light, so we're just going to head around. There's a church and a school on the left here, so again, depending on the time of day, you've got quite a lot of traffic around here. We're then going to take the next right onto Wolfe Street. You'll see a sign for car park. Just passing this row of shops here, and the next turn is just past these. So we know oncoming traffic, just make sure nobody's crossing the road. And we're onto Wolfe Street. At the end of this road, then we're going to be turning left. You actually have to go left here. There's no right turn at the end. So be very careful. There's a pedestrian crossing just near the junction. If there's a car ahead of you and they're stopped, make sure you don't pull up behind them on top of the zebra crossing. Stay behind it. Once again, you have to come to a complete stop. Once it's clear, then back out onto the main road. This is North Main Street, and we're going to be turning right down up Blessington Road. So just past the Maxall Garage, and we're in the right turning lane. As soon as the light goes green, then we'll move forward with this car. Then we're just going to have to wait for either a gap in the traffic or generally the filter light will come on. Just moving forward. We have the green arrow, so we're going to head around and onto the Blessington Road. Again, just be careful, there's Tesco's and a Penny's on your right here, so you very often get traffic pulling in and out. Another junction here. We still have a green light, so we're going straight on, continuing on the Blessington Road. It opens out a little bit after this bend here, but again, it's still a 50 zone, so just be careful you don't go over the speed limit. Waiting for the van here to turn. And then continue on. So get your speed up as quickly as you can, back up to 50 kilometers an hour and into fourth gear. At the junction up ahead, then we're going to be turning right onto Ballycane Road. This involves a lane change. You have a right turning lane, so again, make sure on the approach you check your rear view and right mirror, put your signal on in good time, but again, make sure you check your right mirror again before moving across into the right turning lane. Just waiting on a green light. We see there's some traffic on the opposite side as well, so we're just going to move into the centre of the road. Once the light goes green, take possession of the junction. When we have a suitable gap, then we're going to turn. If the light goes amber or red while you're here, you can see it has gone amber. You've got to complete your turn, you can't block the road. So we're on Ballycane Road now. Sometimes they'll pull you in here for the hill start if they haven't done it previously. Just past the markings there on the left. It's quite a busy road, so again, take good observation moving off if you have to do the hill start here. Shops on your left and a church on your right, so could be a fair bit of traffic around here. But we're going to be turning right at the next set of traffic lights, the main, just passing pedestrian lights. So the main next junction, which brings us onto Craddockstown Road. Again, there's a right turning lane, so take good observation as you move across. Make sure not to cut the corner or go up too far. Just coming around here, we have these individual speed ramps, so again, try and avoid them where possible, get your wheels either side. We're going to be taking the next right into Cleveon. And this is where we're going to be doing the reverse around the corner. They could use the first or second road here. The first road very often has a car parked there, a van there. You can see there's a car just parked there. So we move on to the second corner. They'll normally pull you in around here and explain that he wants you to drive past the road, pull in and stop again on the left, and he'll give you further directions then. So if he does that, make sure when you're moving off, you again take proper observation. So pull in just past the road. He'll give you the directions, then he wants you to reverse back into the road, staying reasonably close to the left, and he'll tell you when you've gone back far enough. So make sure you take really good observation before you move off. Don't reverse if there's somebody coming behind you, and keep reasonably close then to the left as you come around. Once you start to turn, make sure you look over your right shoulder, check your blind spot. The front of your car is going to be moving out, so you don't want to get in the way of anyone coming down behind or anyone coming from your right. So once you reverse back into the road, he'll normally take you back a couple of car lengths if there's enough space, and he'll just tell you that that's far enough and ask you to move off again whenever you're ready. So once more, make sure you take proper observation, mirror signal over your right shoulder. Back down to the junction here, and we're going to be turning right. At the end of the road, we're going to be turning left back out onto Craddockstown Road and back to the junction we were at a few moments ago where we turned right, and we're going to be turning right again going in the opposite direction. So again, we have a stop line here. It's quite a blind junction there, so once you stop, just going to move out very slowly. Take really good observation. Again, try and avoid the ramps where possible. Up to the junction here, we're going to be turning right. Following the road down, and we're going to be taking the next left, which we're going to be turning into Ardnally, and we're going to be doing our turnabout there. Generally a fairly quiet road, so it's reasonably wide. So once the tester asks you to pull in, he'll explain that he wants you to turn the car around on the road to face the opposite way, and that you can go over and back more than once if necessary. So you don't necessarily have to do it in 3 maneuvers, but a road like this, you should normally be able to do it in 3. Try and get it done in as few moves as possible. Again, taking really good observation, make sure not to hit the curb either going over or back. Look all around before moving off. Then they normally get you to pull in along here to do the hand signals. Once they're done then, at the end of the road, we're going to be turning left. Just make sure you come to a stop. So once you have a gap then, we're going to move back out onto Craddockstown Road. And again, we have the individual ramps here, so again, get your wheels both sides where possible. Coming down to a roundabout, and we're going to be taking the second exit, which is a road straight ahead. Stay in the left lane and keep left on the roundabout, don't cut across it. Mirror signal left as you're leaving. Again, this is a 50 km/h zone, so get up to 15 into 4th gear as quickly as you can if the traffic allows you. Coming to the next roundabout, we're going to be turning right here, which is the 3rd exit. Again, this time we're in the right hand lane, indicating right, and keep reasonably close to the roundabout as you go around. Once you've passed the exit before the one you're taking, which is the 2nd exit, You indicate left, check your left mirror before you leave, and we're leaving on the third exit to the right, heading again towards the main street. This is the Kilcullen Road. We're just passing the Garda station on the right hand side. Still a 50km/h zone. It's all 50 around Naas, so just be very careful that you don't go over the speed limit. It's a good wide road, so it's very easy to go over 50 here. So just heading up into a bit more traffic. There's a few shops around here, a lot going on, so take really good care somebody doesn't open the door or walk out. We're going to turn left at the next junction, which is going to bring us back towards the test centre. This is a very, very sharp, tight turn. Don't overshoot the turn, or particularly don't cut the corner and mount the footpad. So just waiting on the green light. As soon as we get that, then we're going to move off and turn left again. Check your left mirror. Make sure there's no cyclists coming up on the inside. Turning around back onto the Newbridge Road, and just heading back then towards the test centre. So it's nearly over at this stage, but just keep an eye out. Again, we'll be passing the Apple Green garage, so we could get cars pulling in and out. We're going to be turning left. We just approached the lights there. We just amber as we approached, so we were too close to stop. Fire brigade station, or fire station on the right hand side. We just passed that. And then turning left here back up towards the Osprey Hotel. At the roundabout then we're going to be turning left. Be careful as you come around here, you don't again clip the curb just as you're coming into the car park. It's quite low. And then once you get around here, the tester will ask you to find a suitable place to park. You'll just say you're coming towards the end of your test, find a suitable place to park. So you can just drive straight into a parking space. There's no need to reverse in. And that's the end of Route 1.